What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be giving y'all a visual guide for the new patch that just dropped for Mortal Kombat 1, and this potentially could be the biggest patch yet. I haven't really went over the patch yet. I'm kind of doing this as I go, even though it's going to be edited, because I know people really liked my visual guide from the last patch, and it was really helpful to them, so I'm going to do it again, even though I really want to be playing Takeda right now. I haven't even played him yet. You know, this content creation comes first. Helping people out with the patch comes first. So anybody that can timestamp it for me, I would really appreciate y'all, because after I'm done with this, I'm heading straight to playing Takeda. So let's get started with Baraka first. Baraka only has 2 changes. Baraka Barrage third hit now has 11 more frames of hit advantage. So he does this right here. I'm guessing he's gonna be able to get better assist calls off of that. And I'm guessing they're rewarding me for hitting this more, which is actually, it couldn't be really good because this is something he uses a lot with Kano. So we're gonna see how that changes him in the meta. Improved auto facing on air death spin and air enhanced death spin for final hit. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's this move. So I guess they increased the tracking on that, which is a weird change to me because people always got hit by this move regardless. So yeah, those are your Baraka changes. Okay, now let's get to Geras. And like I said, I'm kind of reacting to these live. I'm reading them and then I'm going over them. So you're not gonna get my very live reaction, but close to it. And the middle change on Geras had me cracking up. Slow down. Towards plus front punch, back punch recovers 9 frames faster on hit and 4 frames faster on block miss. So basically you're gonna be able to spam this move now more from what it looks like. And I don't remember it going that far. I mean, it can probably because nobody really used it, but yeah, this definitely feels different. And the middle change that had me crack it up, I had to re-record it. Slowdown has 10 more frames of hit advantage when the opponent is hit from behind. Now, what was going on with Geras with this stuff right here? They know what they were doing with that description, but oh, I just can't. Those are your Geras changes. And the last one, fix rare situations where fixed point not providing any health restoration when the opponent is hit out of certain attacks. So that's a glitch fix, but those are Geras changes. All right, now we have Quan Chi and Havoc. These two aren't really worth making a video on. So, well, they're not worth adding to the video. Havoc, fixed animation issue during a brutality victory, fixed missing sound effect when neoplasm is blocked. Quan Chi, fixed ancestor being able to be hit by the following projectiles after they have disappeared: Melina Straight Side, Melina Low Side, Ashura's Heaven's Beacon, and Reptile Force Ball. So, and I actually think Katana, Adenian Dance, back kick towards front kick plus front kick has increased advantage on the first 3 hits. I think that one might be worth showing off, so let's show that one off. Okay, so for Katana, they just increased the hit advantage on this string right here. So I don't know what that's gonna allow, but pretty sure the Katana players will be happy about that. Katana is a character that's been going under the radar for a long time, which she usually does. You know, people, when the Katana community is quiet, that's what I've learned over the years. Y'all know the character is really good. So those are your Katana changes. All right, and it looks like Lee May got a lot of changes with this patch. So first of all, increased walk speed. Then we have new attack Rising Sun, which is this right here. Oh no, not that one. This one, which is going to be really good for her because one of her problems is her range. And off of the move where she has at least some decent range, she could only really get that off of it or have to make a commitment with that. This is a mid-high, but at least she has it now. Okay, so Forces of Light moves further forward. Okay. Seeking Sanctuary moves forward more. Okay, so they wanted to make this move more forward advancing. I'm guessing if they did that, I'm guessing it whiffed for the people that played her. I'm guessing the move whiffed when they were, you know, at certain ranges and they wanted it to stop doing that. Now we have double palm. Cancel frame is 1 frame earlier. So, yeah, they really wanted her mid to be better. And then the follow-up to this, Nova Burst, starts up 3 frames faster. So, yeah, they really wanted to make her mid way more scary. And fix Fatal Blow. Okay, so that one really doesn't matter. So with Li Mei, I think these changes are going to be good for her. I feel like people are going to be overrating these changes. But in reality, like, Li Mei kind of reminds me of what they were doing in Injustice 2 with Firestorm. They want her to be top tier. The way that they keep buffing her, they obviously want this to be a top tier character. But she's not going to be until they make really meaningful changes. And where they need to start is this right here. Like, she has a old Sonya type projectile, but this needs to be a mid. Like, one of the biggest problems with her is this is not a mid. I said in the block right here, you need to be able to turn this into a mid so her zoning is scary. That's where they need to start and then go from there. Because her up close is already dumb. It's just that her mid range and her far range is not good. And I don't think this mid is going to be enough, even though it is a welcome change. Because they obviously want her to be top tier because they keep on buffing her, but they keep buffing her the wrong way. This needs to be a mid if you meter burn it. Simple as that. And then they can start with changing her. Now let's go over onto Liu Kang. Now, Liu Kang, he has one change. Dragon Tail hits, first hit has 28 frames of hit advantage. Dragon Tail is this projectile right here. So I'm guessing when they get hit, he might be able to get more assist conversions off of it, which could low-key be a very good change depending, like, off of what assist he can combo off of this good now. So yeah, that's actually a really surprisingly good change. Even though it doesn't seem like that much, this isn't a assist-based fighter, so him being able to combo ambushes off of this, if that's what this did, is very good. All right. Raiden and Reptile aren't really worth going over, so we're going to get these two out of the way. Fixed Fatal Blow hitting certain cameos causing an incorrect hit animation. Okay. And Reptile, fixed buffs lingering after air falling fangs cancel is performed without invisibility active. So those are just bug fixes to both of those characters. Alright, let's go over the Nitara changes now. It seemed like Nitara got a lot of love this patch. Now, I will say right now, this is easily one of my personal least played characters in the game. So I might not be the best person to go over her changes, but I am going to do my best here. So, Dark Plunge now does a ground bounce hit reaction and has up block and vulnerability. Oh, up block vulnerability. So, this move right here, Dark Plunge, does a ground bounce hit reaction. Okay. Now, I don't know if this splatted before or didn't launch before, but if that didn't launch before, that is a big meaningful change. But like I said, I did not play Nitara like that because she was terrible. I don't know if she's still terrible. That's why we're going to keep reading. Okay, Enhanced Dark Plunge has 20 more frames of block stun with more pushback, 10 more frames of block stun on flawless block, and has up block vulnerability. What the actual heck? So that means that meter burning her dive kick is safe, which is a really dumb thing to have in MK, a safe dive kick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a very big deal. I can already see it now. They're gonna down one and you gonna try to counter poke it, they're gonna do that. Yeah, that is a really insanely big buff. Probably the biggest buff in this game's history. A safe dive kick is crazy in Mortal Kombat. And oh my gosh, yeah, that's actually safe. Look at the frame rate. It's not going. Yeah, the worst it gets is -7. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, now Bloody Bolt can no longer be canceled into air specials on block, stun, or miss. Okay. Bloody Bolt and enhanced Bloody Bolt projectiles. First hit no longer causes a stumble animation when blocked. I'm guessing the animation when blocked is changed. Like I said, I don't know the difference because I didn't play this character. And enhanced Bloody Bolt now has an additional hit during projectile startup, and during projectile startup had its damage adjusted and can no longer be canceled into air specials on block or miss. Okay, so that means basically if you meter burn this, it looks different than it did before, but I don't know why they're buffing this move without making it better, because this could actually be a very cool move to her kit to allow her to have some zoning, but 53 startup frames is a joke. Unless this does some crazy chips, which it does not. This is a joke. I don't know why they buff this like this. Like, she should be able to machine gun these things if she has to set this up. Yeah, those changes are meaningless. This is a terrible move, and it's not going to really do anything for her. Air dash landings now allow buffered basic attacks. So air dashing is that. So I'm guessing that she's going to be able to input moves differently than she did before with this. An enhanced leap of faith can be canceled 3 frames earlier. So, yeah, this move, you're going to be able to cancel into whatever you want faster off of this. So, to go over Nitara, because she has a lot of changes, I think this is dumb. This could single-handedly make her very annoying to deal with, more than she already is. Like, having a safe dive kick is crazy, but this change seems very meaningless, honestly, because that startup is a joke. So, yeah, those are your Nitara changes. All right, let's go over Scorpion and Sindel now. Scorpion looks like he got a lot of changes. Side kick, back kick has 9 more frames of hit advantage. So, this move right here has 9 more frames of hit advantage. So I don't really get the point of that. The first 2 hits of sweeping Scorpion tail, this move right here, now hits mid and can be 2-in-1 canceled into special moves. Okay, they had a little typo right there. So this right here, I already saw this change when people were going to Evo, and I personally think this is a very, very terrible change. It could have had potential if this stayed a low, but this being a mid is not good at all. And they just keep buffing this character in the wrong way. I'm convinced that they just don't know how to buff this character, and he's going to stay the worst in the game. But yeah, this change is not good. It's good that he can do this. This is probably the best thing out of this change. If he has Serena, he gets a very long range confirm off of that, but this is not a good change at all. I mean, it's an okay change, but it's not going to change his spot on the tier list. Okay, enhanced flame port recovers 7 frames faster and no longer enables auto block the first time in a combo. So I guess they wanted to alter this move a bit. 7 frames faster, that's good. Recover 7 frames faster. You're going to be able to react to stuff better, and they're not going to be able to punish you as quickly, and you're not going to feel as stuck. So that's a decent change. Fatal blow hit region size increase when the opponent is in the combo. Oh, that's actually a decent change. And the last one is a visual effect change. These Scorpion changes are very lackluster, honestly, because this one is okay and this one is okay, but they're not fixing any of Scorpion's real problems with any patch, and that's why he's not getting better. Scorpion's problem wasn't this move, it wasn't this. Scorpion's problem is he does not have a consistent way to open you up. That is his problem. And he also had nothing to play around his best button right here. Now, if it's gonna be this now, where you play around his best button, with this is still not enough because you need an assist to do anything with it. Why do you need an assist to do something with all of the changes that they keep implementing with him besides this mid? His problem is he doesn't have a consistent way to open you up. And he needs very basic changes to make him a good character, but they won't do it. And I don't know why they won't do it, but I just really feel like they don't understand this character, and this character is easily still the worst character in the game because they won't give him meaningful changes. This doesn't mean anything. Scorpion's problem was not his range. That wasn't his problem. So giving him a move that helps out his range doesn't mean anything. He had good range. He has good range with this move right here. And while he really had nothing to play around that button, he still could, in a way, play around the button because they were increasing the stocks on this mid right here. But this change is meaningless. The way they keep buffing Scorpion is like alternative to the way they keep nerfing Johnny. They keep nerfing things about Johnny that he shouldn't have had in the first place. So that's why the Johnny nerfs don't really feel like anything. And with Scorpion, they keep buffing things on him that he should have had in the first place. So that's why it doesn't feel nothing. That's why it doesn't feel like anything's changing with Scorpion. Like, this doesn't mean anything. Range wasn't his problem. This wasn't his problem. His problem is he's a throw character that can't open you up consistently without putting himself like without getting a decent reward. I think the main change they need to make Scorpion now, because they've shown they don't want him to be a character with 50-50s. That's fine. The change that needs to be made to Scorpion is he needs a better throw. He should have a throw like Liu Kang where a lot of people can combo with his throw. If they give Scorpion that, then he'll actually be mid. But the problem is he's a character that's meant to throw you all day without getting a good reward off of throw. The throw sends you full screen, full freaking screen, and it's like, what's the point of playing this character? There's still no point of playing Scorpion, even with these changes. They need to make his throw better or give him an overhead splat and make this a low and still keep the cancelable frames in it. So yeah, still keep those cancelable frames in it, and off of this, make it a low with an overhead splat, and or give him a grab that's better that he can get more combos off of, and he'll be chilling. But in his current state, he's still easily the worst character in the game. Alright, so Sindel, we just got animation fix changes, so really not a big deal. The first change is they changed the way I guess this is supposed to look or react when it's up block, so I can't really tell the difference. And they changed the way that this move looked. I guess they messed up the way that her standing 2 came out, so I guess they changed it. So that's not really anything too crazy. Those are your Sindel changes. Alright, let's go over Tanya and Smoke real quick. Tanya no longer considered airborne during part of her hit animation for her back throw. So I'm guessing she's gonna be able to get, better conversions off the assist with this throw because she's no longer airborne. So that could actually be very interesting. We'd have to go through the cast to see what combos are allowed, because she wasn't really allowed to get throw combos off of that for the most part because she was airborne. So that's going to be very interesting to see what people do with that. All right, put the Tanya changes on the screen now. Fix it so you can see the one change. And Smoke. Smoke's a change that he has one change that we really can't go over that much unless we started breaking down some people's special moves, because MK does not have really good training mode. But they shaved off 5 frames of recovery on Smoke's cancel, which can actually be very good, but we can't really see the block advantage he has now. But yeah, being able to throw the cancel out and it recovers 5 frames faster is very good. But I don't really feel it. But I'm guessing he's going to be plus off of some cancels now, which is really good, but it doesn't fix Smoke's problem. Smoke's problem is he doesn't have a mid. Smoke really doesn't need changes. He just needs this to be a mid. That's literally it. For forward 1 to be a mid, and Smoke's good. But until that happens, he's not going to be good. He's just going to be a scrub killer, because even if he's plus now off of some cancels, what's he gonna check you with? A down 1? Like, unless some of these cancels gel into his standing 1, then it's not gonna really mean anything. So yeah, those are your Smoke changes. He's still not gonna be a good character, still just gonna be a scrub killer, and only scrubs are gonna think this character is good, but he's not good in his current state at all. This needs to be a mid, and if he can cancel this into jailing, then that's a really good change, but if he can't, it really doesn't matter. All right, let's get these useless changes out of the way, because I really want to play Takeda. So, Peacemaker. We're going to go over all the useless changes and then go over the characters with a lot of changes. So, to the person that is choosing to timestamp this for me, appreciate this part, mainly because let's get these useless changes out of the way that don't need a visual guide. Peacemaker. Fix increased pushback against cornered opponent and missing visual effects during throw escape. This doesn't matter. Nobody's going to play Peacemaker because he's not good anymore. And that change is irrelevant. Okay, Ermac. Change is irrelevant. Fix fatal blow causing Ermac to be briefly throw immune after the attack misses. Fixed animation issue during brutality victory. Okay, so that's Ermac right there. Another meaningless change when it comes to the patch notes. And Omni-Man. Fatal blow first hit no longer causes a stumble animation when blocked. Fix invincible rush overhead using incorrect animation when it is up blocked. Okay, so those are your Omni-Man changes, your Peacemaker changes, and your Ermac changes. Not really important changes. And now I can focus going over the changes that actually matter. All right, let's go over Sub-Zero and Quan Chi. Sub-Zero is a character that people want buffed a lot, and let's see, are people going to be hyped for these changes? Heavy toe, front kick has 2 more frames of hit advantage. So, I mean, yeah, that right there, that's going to be the change off of this. That combos now. That is really good. He's going to be able to get a punish without having to spin bar now. That is a really good change for that move specifically. Okay. Ice Clone has an increased hit region, significantly increased hit region when opponent is in a combo. So I'm guessing he's going to get better combos off of his Ice Clone, which is a good welcome change. Deadly Vapors no longer enables auto block the first time in a combo. So, like I said, I didn't really play Sub-Zero before, so I'm guessing he's going to be able, maybe that this wouldn't have worked before at all, like something like that, being able to combo off of that. But, yeah, it doesn't combo off his low. It doesn't combo off his overhead. What, is he only supposed to use it up close? Is this even one? Yeah, that worked. Okay, so he's going to be able to get a meterless mid confirmed now, which that is really good. I think they should have made it more usable across the board. Like if a Sub-Zero player wanted to go for a risky 50-50 on his own without having to use a cameo and probably use an ambush to make him save, like it would have been great if this combo and then you could just dash up or you could just do overhead into that. But it being able to combo into a mid is still really good. So now he doesn't have to spin bar when he wants a mid confirm. which is a welcome change. It's probably not going to change his spot on the tier list that much, but it's going to make him better. So, yeah, the Sub-Zero changes aren't all what, the people at Evo were making it seem to be. He's still going to be one of the more worst characters in the game because they did not improve his game plan that much. They keep improving this mid, but like I said, he doesn't need to be played around this mid. He needs other changes. So, yep, the Sub-Zero players might be a little happy, might be a little mad, but, if I was a Sub-Zero player, I wouldn't be too happy over this. It would just be an okay change. Now with Quan Chi, they gave him a whole new move, this right here. So, that's not much, but there you go. He gets a whole new move. There go the Quan Chi changes because I forgot to put them on the screen. Now we have Buglander changes. Now, I've been wanting these changes for a really long time because I feel like the community is wrongfully judging this character. Nobody should be judging this character on a tier list until he's completely bug-free. He had game-changing bugs that completely changed this character's archetype. Now we're going to see how good he actually is, and are people going to stick to him? So the big thing right here, what made this character mega overtuned was this. He could do this and mash down one, and he was supposed to be negative, but he ended up being safe if he was mashing down one. That completely changed his freaking character's archetype. So everybody that was saying, oh, his character was so stupid and good base was just wrong. He was able to get so many things that he shouldn't have because of this. He got a safe mid check off of this. He got, an overhead check that's just safe off of that. He was able to just do low into that and not be punished. That changed his archetype, so it was unfair to judge him on the tier list. That's why I never placed him on the tier list, unlike some of the clickbait YouTubers that wanted to. So, again, what all those people should have been telling y'all is we're not going to judge Homelander right now because he is not in his correct state, but they did not. They instead decided to abuse glitches, even at Evo, abuse the glitches that he shouldn't have had in the first place. So, Air Diabolical Dash. The grounding fist can no longer be canceled on block, which is great. Now, he can't just do this and be safe, which is an amazing change. Now, the second change, Hovering Impact, has 6 more frames of recovery. So they wanted to make this move right here. Oh, wait. You feel that? So recovery is like if it misses. So if you miss that, oh yeah, I feel that. If you miss that, you're getting punished completely now. But he's still going to be able to check you with... They wanted him to be able to check you with this right here. Not check you with this for a full combo, which people were abusing and doing. All right, and all of these changes right here are the bug changes. So, fix an issue, fix a rare bug, fix the rare bug, fix 2-in-1 cancels that sometimes, gosh, this character was so bugged. Yeah, these are all bug changes, but the main thing is they took away this really dumb move where you can down one. See, I'm mashing down one. You could cancel it before, but now you can't. Now let's see if y'all all still play Homelander. Let's see if y'all play. I bet y'all they won't. I bet y'all there. So many people are going to drop Homelander now. Y'all were abusing a glitch, whining about that this character, people were whining about this character was, oh, this is that, this is the other. People were overrating this character. Nobody should have been saying stuff about this character until they fixed him. So let's see how many people play Homelander now that you just can't do this and mash down one and be safe. Let's see, y'all. Let's see all the Homelander players now. So this patch is still not over. We have a lot to go over with the cameo fighters. And I'm going to just go ahead and get the useless ones out of the way because we have a lot to go over, as you can see here. So let's get the useless ones out of the way. Kung Lao, that one's useless. Away We Go will no longer interact with a player who is in hit region. So That one seems pretty useless. Shujinko. I'm not going over Shujinko because the cameo is too niche, and I don't think it will ever be a good cameo. So if you care about the Shujinko changes, go ahead and read them right there. Sub-Zero. That one seems useless. Fixed cold shoulder during Arctic armor, sometimes being able to be performed while cameos are disabled. Useless change. Janet Cage. Useless change. And Motaro. Best feet forward and then drop now have a maximum height that could be performed at. Useless change. So all of those are the changes that don't really matter. Now we can get to the changes that actually mean something. All right, let's go over Cyrax. Cyrax changes are really wacky. I had to re-record this part. But one of the changes is if you hit him while he's in this, the self-destruct gets a bomb. He can move forward while holding self-destruct. Main fighter will no longer take damage if Cyrax is hit at a self-destruct. Copter Chopper can now choose to direct the opponent being hit to fly towards or away. Horizontal Copper Chopper now has a white glow on Cyrax when it is executed. So you can see right there, it glows. And the last one is a fixed issue. Now I don't really understand the Copper Chopper one where you could choose to pick the direction because I was trying to manually aim it. So probably gonna have to lab it a little more later. But I'm guessing when this hits now, you can pick there's a way to pick the direction. So I'm walking back right there. And I'm walking forward. He's still going back. And let me make sure that is the move. Yeah, so can now choose to direct the opponent being hit to fly towards or away. But they didn't really say how to do it. But that change is interesting. Somebody in the comments might have to help me out with that one because I am not understanding that one. But yeah, those are your Cyrax changes. All right, Darrius has so many changes. New follow-up attack, ground invitational, can be performed by holding down during delay heal turn. So let's take her off the block right here. Guessing that's the move right there. My holding down. Okay. New follow-up attack, Army of Two, can be performed by pressing flip stance during delay heal turn. So knock him down, heal turn. Okay. Double that looks so funny. Double Dagon kick now drains 1 bar of super meter from the opponent when it hits. So guessing this right here. There you go. Drain 1 bar. Twister kicks, when done as a follow-up to the double whammy, refills cameo meter with each hit. So there's a follow-up attack to the double whammy. So, guessing something off of this spin. Oh, okay. That refills the cameo bar if you do it like that. All right. Some wacky changes. And they change the gravity on double whammy. Twister kicks, first 2 hits no longer cause a stumble animation and fixed a rare issue. So those are your Darrius changes. This is an assist that definitely needs to be labbed a lot to determine how useful he is. But it doesn't seem like that much to me, but it does seem like very welcome changes. All right, I'm pretty sure everybody already knew about the Frost one. They gave her an ice wall now. So now you're going to be able to do corner pressure anywhere on the screen. This has the potential to be broken, and we're only going to be able to see as people, use it. But something I'm noticing right now is it's only half a bar, which is really good. So you're going to be able to do things that, you could do in the corner now Oh yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. I cannot wait to see what people do with that. All right, let's look at these Goro changes now. Goro, increase the recharge rate of punch walk. Okay. Raise the roof can now be canceled into dead weight or punch walk before the attack is performed. So, if you do this, it can be canceled into dead weight. So that can be canceled into a grab. What? Wait, hold up. Wait just a second right here. So, oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's gonna be funny. That is going to be so funny. What the actual heck? Oh crap. That is funny. Punch walk can be canceled into dead weight or Shogun stomp after any one of the punches. So that's dead weight. So is that gonna work on hit though? Interesting. Interesting changes. And fixed Shogun stomp sometimes being able to be performed while cameos are disabled. Okay, these Goro changes are actually interesting. What everyone wanted with Goro really is just a faster recharge rate, but they decided to make this cameo more interactive. So it could end up being good, but not too sure yet because, you know, Goro is not used that much because he doesn't provide a lot of utility. He gives you safety, but, you know, we're going to see if this is going to be a meaningful change. I can't really see it being that good. That's so goofy. Those are your Goro changes, but I'm not too sure on what I think about the Goro changes. All right, Jax. Reduced recharge rate of energy wave and now recovers 10 frames faster on block or miss. So it should be better in block pressure. Go ahead and turn the frame data on for this one. Do this right there. To be better in pressure, and if he misses it, you know, I guess it recovers differently, but I mean, it's going to be good if you just want to have a character that can throw out a bunch of safe checks, but it's still not that good. It's still, this is probably the worst change so far, honestly. Yeah, definitely the worst change so far. All right, let's go to Motaro. Centurion Rap, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, will no longer interact with a player who is hit in a different region. Okay, so I'm guessing that's just a situational change. Centurion Rap can be directed into different ranges after grabbing his partner and has slightly increased meter refill delay. Okay, so I'm guessing that's this move right here. And you have new directions you can pick now. That's going to be very, very good. That's going to be amazing. If it can't be punished consistently, being able to change it now, instead of only being able to go to one spot, that's a big deal. This could potentially be a meta assist now. I know we always say that with Motaro, and we end up getting let down, but that might actually be very good. Kind of makes him like old school Raiden from MK10. Fatal Blow charge now has armor and fixed rare issue. So yeah, that's actually the best change I've seen so far with the cameos. That is going to be very interesting. You're going to be able to do unsafe moves and they're going to have to guess how to punish you for half a bar. Oh yeah, that's great. First really good change. Well, not first really good change. I would say it's just the best change that I've seen to the cameos so far. Activate homing now fires 2 missiles instead of 1. I don't know if that's going to be good, but that does look very cool. Up rocket now starts 5 frames faster, has different hit regions, has a bigger hit region when the opponent is in a combo. So what's it? Ashura doesn't really have long grounded combos to test it out with, but you're going to be able to get different combos off of the up rocket now, and it should feel more fluid while you're comboing, like that is going to actually come out. So that's going to help out a couple of characters. I know the main person that got really good combos off of Sektor was Raiden. When flamethrower is blocked or misses, the player can choose to not perform the second hit by holding away plus the cameo button. They've already shown this one off. Away plus the cameo button. You gotta tap it again. Oh wait, it was on. Is it not on hit too? Okay, so I guess on hit is gonna come out regardless, which I don't know how I feel about that. But like I said, interesting change, to say the least. Like, Sektor is going to be one of those characters you're going to have to laugh to see how useful it's going to really be. Activate Homelander now has a white glow on Sektor. Okay, and fixed. Okay, so that's an issue fixed. I don't think this change is that good, honestly. 2 missiles is fine, but it's very expensive. If it had like no damage scaling, when it hits, it would be scary because you can't wake up and you would have to guess. But this is, wait. I heard that you got way more hit advantage off of grabs now with it. So that could end up being really good. But I mean, you have Motaro for that. Oh, hold up. That costs a lot though. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the character it looks like you're going to want to go for grab combos with. And
Sin no more.
oh yeah, hold up, that's actually good, but it's expensive. So, and you have Motaro to get your basic grab combos for a whole bar. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how good this is. This is something that's gonna have to be labbed, but it doesn't really feel like it's gonna be that good because it's very expensive. There's not any cameos that cost 1 bar that are meta because it's just not viable in a real match to have to spend all of your cameos. So they're trying to make it worth it, but unless this has some crazy damage scaling, which it doesn't, I don't think that's worth it. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And for your final change, Khameleon has been nerfed across the board. That is great. This was desperately needed because there was really no reason to play anyone but her. Fan lift will no longer interact with a player who is hit in a region. So the best way I can describe this is they've already shown this off mainly. If Sub-Zero if he does the slide and tries to lift out of it, you can hit him. So if you try to do an unsafe move now with the blue katana, you can get hit. If Khameleon is hit before glaive returns, it will no longer return regardless of the main fighter who's blocking. So now you don't have to really worry about the green glaive always just hitting you no matter what. And if you actually hit, if you block and hit her out of it, you're rewarded. And all of these are just number changes. Side toss has 31 more frames of vulnerability to attacks. Roll has 18 more frames of vulnerability to attacks on hit or miss. Glow has 44 more frames of vulnerability to non-projectile attacks. Glaive has 9 more frames of vulnerability to attacks. Fan Toss has 45 more frames of vulnerability to attacks. And Fan Lift has 29 more frames of vulnerability to attacks. So they just nerfed Khameleon off across the board. There's no reason to really show a lot on Khameleon because changes are very obvious and they're still not that much. But Yeah, if you hit, the main one is if you hit blue katana now. That's the big change, which was desperately needed because it just allows you to do stupid stuff and get away with it. So you can't do this on block anymore because you will just get hit out of it. Now you can still do it if you call it early, but like if they are doing something unsafe, they no longer just get away from it like home free. They no longer could just throw out unsafe moves, which is a great change. You can actually punish them now. So those are your Khameleon changes. Just a lot of nerfs across the board. All right, to sum up how I feel about this patch, I'm not sure yet. This was definitely the biggest patch to date, and there are a lot of cameo changes that can be very interesting. I do think it was a really good patch, and it seems like it's going to be a game-changing patch, but we still need some time to flush things out. Usually their patches have been so lackluster and basic that we can kind of tell what we're getting right away. But this patch, there were some meaningless changes and a lot of meaningful changes. So far, I would give it an 8 off of what I've seen. Definitely the biggest and best patch to date. But we don't know how much it's going to actually change the game until people mess around with the cameos some more. I'm definitely hyped for this patch in the long run. This is not a patch where you're going to get instant, hype or instant results. This is a labbing patch. We're going to have to play around with this patch to see what we're going to get. And that's how patches should be. They shouldn't be so lackluster that we're all just disappointed and we're waiting for the next one. So I would definitely say this was a good job for them, for NRS. I would have liked to see more ambush assist from the cameos and more big meaningful buffs to characters, because I mean the biggest buff off of any character was Nitara's dive kick that I can think of off the top of my head. And would have been nice to see, just more big meaningful changes, but it looks like they're taking the route that they're still taking where they don't want to go too crazy, but they at least stepped it up a bit. So I would give this patch so far off of first impressions an 8, and we have to wait to see what the new cameos are going to do. Like that Frost ambush, well, I'm not sure if it's an ambush, but Frost being able to put you in a corner anywhere is crazy. That Darrius stuff looked very good. The Sektor stuff looked lackluster, but it can be really good. It might be. So we're going to be able to, play around with this patch and see the meaningful changes. But I would definitely give this patch an 8 off of what I've seen so far. And yep, I think that's a good rating for it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This took me about, I would say like an hour 30 or 2 hours to do, but I know the visual guide is really helpful to a lot of people, so I think I'm going to start doing these all the time now. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Discord. I'm trying to get the Discord active again, and yep, hope you all enjoyed again. Nickopz out.